Hello. Good morning to you all. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Yoyo's World. Thank you for joining me this beautiful Saturday. And by the way, guys, how is your Saturday going? Welcome to Matters Arising with Oyoyo. Thank you for coming in. So, guys, the weather has changed on us. It's now winter, going into serious cold period. So we're coming back to Saturday, live streams that I do. I've done this for years. I used to call it a weekly roundup. So I'll be coming every Saturday, but not this late. I'll be coming much earlier than this time every Saturday. So welcome to my live stream. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is what? Oyoyo. Thank you for joining me today. And what are we talking about today? A lot has been happening in Nigerian space, a lot that I couldn't just fit into this title or my thumbnail, but every matter arising concerning Nigeria, Africa, or concerning women, children, will definitely be, sharing one or two of our opinions concerning those. So as you come in, don't forget to like this live stream for me. And don't forget to share and don't forget to invite your friends, okay? Let me know if you have shared in the comment section and also subscribe to our channel if you're yet to do so. All right, so let me share myself as well and we get it started. So today I'm looking at the Very Dark Man. A lot of people, a lot of Nigerians know Very Dark Man because I remember when I traveled to Nigeria, I was in the House of Representative and they were talking about the Very Dark Man. I went to Nigerian immigration, they were talking about the Very Dark Man. So Nigerians know who this guy is. He doesn't need any introduction, so they already know who he is and what he's doing. And they might not know his full agenda, but they have seen what he's doing, so they know him. Okay. So the Very Dark Man, we'll be talking about Very Dark Man today. We'll be talking about Bobrisky. I never wanted to have a Bobrisky conversation in my live stream. I said that years ago when I did a story about him. I said I wasn't going to talk about him again. But obviously, there is every legal reason to discuss Bobrisky. And also, we'll also be talking about the young Nigerian kids and the Nigerian government, okay? There are so many things to talk about. We as well be talking about the Nigerian girl representing Nigerians in the Miss Universe, whom the South African citizens are eager to disqualify from the competition. I know you'll be saying, I said Nigerian girl representing Nigeria in Miss Universe pageant and South Africans trying to disqualify. Okay, what is the connection between Nigerian girl contesting for Miss Universe and South Africa? I will tell you, she started this contest for Miss Universe from South Africa. She actually contested for Miss South Africa, and she was at the verge of winning the contest, the competition, before South Africans rose and started fighting her identity, saying that her mother is this, she's not a South African, so she shouldn't represent us. The whole 9 yards, which happened in the past. Now, when that happened, they disqualified this lady. Chidinma was disqualified. Then Nigerians now invited Chidinma to come and contest in Nigeria, which happens to be her country, right? Okay. So Chidinma contested in Nigeria, and lo and behold, they just give him the title, my opinion. Okay. They brought him to give him the title. My opinion. You can argue with your keyboard or tell me what you think in the comment section, but that is my opinion. So she just emerged the winner of the Miss Nigeria. And now she's representing Nigeria in Miss Universe, and South Africans are eager to disqualify her. With all the story making the headlines, we'll be talking about that as well. Rose Chichi, thank you for joining me this beautiful day. I hope you are doing well and I hope your day has been great. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to invite your friends and don't forget to share. Entertainment's Daily, thank you for coming. I wanted to send you a a chat that you should come and co-host with me. But I was just about getting my phone up and I saw you here. Thank you for joining me today. So this is Matter Arising with Oyoyo Sword. Let me know what you think about our topics in the comment section. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys immensely for joining me today. Now, let's get back to the very dark man. Who is this guy called the very dark man? I hope you guys can hear me very clearly because I'm very far away from my microphone. Let me adjust my seat. All right. Who is this guy called the very dark man? Who is he? What is his intention and what are his goals? He's that very dark man. I've not been following his full story. I don't even know his full name, but I know his first name is Vincent, I believe. So he started by fighting vendors that will you order something, is either you ship something wrong to you, or they will run away with your money without shipping the thing, or they are selling things that do not have government approval. That was how he started. And before he became very popular, his private, private organs on private, okay, made rounds on social media because he was actually registered in a particular website where you get adult entertainment. So that made round on social media. They tried to drag him, to disgrace him, embarrass him from his private session with people that he entertained, and that phase passed. Nobody's talking about that part of Very Dark Man anymore. What people are talking about is what he's doing. I call him a man on a mission, but I don't know his goals, okay? But I know he's a man on a mission. And he claimed to be fighting solely. He doesn't have anybody backing him up and all of that. But lo and behold, I know Deji, the attorney, is now solidly behind him because every case Deji will go and bail him out. And will I say lucky, um what's his name again? Very Dark Man was very lucky that they just graduated from Nigerian law school, which gave him the opportunity to be a solicitor, to appear in court, to defend the oppressed and all of that. So everything worked out for the Very Dark Man, accordingly. He was doing this before Deji became a lawyer. Deji has always been an human rights activist, blah, blah, blah. But there was no legal right to go to the court and stand and defend someone until he completed his law school and was called to bar this last session that we are called to bar in from Nigerian law school. So Deji became Very Dark Man's lawyer. So Very Dark Man is Deji's number one primary client. Hey, see Priska, how are you doing? The Bola thing. Yeah, so how are you doing? Thank you guys for joining me here today. So today I'm not talking about other thing. We are talking about matters arising. A lot of things have happened within the week, and we want to lend our voices. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hi, Q Lady D, just checking to say hello. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you for checking in. So now, and who is? Oh, okay. One second. Hi, Pri. Were you trying to call me? Priska, are you still here trying to call me? Um, oh, I don't get it. You say host isn't here. Can't you guys see me? Okay, Priska, I don't know what you're saying. If you can give me a call back, let me know, understand what you're saying so we can. I'm actually calling you now. Let me know what you're saying, okay? All right, so I want to talk about all of this today, and also I'll be talking about Bobrisky. Why am I talking about Bobrisky today? Let me know why Priska is calling. Give me 1 second. All right. So I just spoke with Priska to verify why she was calling. All right. So, okay, you can hear me very well. So Bobrisky was jailed by Nigerian institution last year for what was the charge again against him? Um, um abuse of naira. That's the Nigerian currency. Abuse of currency. That was what Bobrisky was jailed for last year. He pleaded guilty that he abused the naira and he went to jail, for it. And in the course of that going to jail and everything, it was later revealed that Bobrisky did not spend the time in jail by this same guy, Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man and Bobrisky, they've gone back to back on, issues in the past. They are really what you can consider as arch enemies, okay? So when Very Dark Man revealed that Bobrisky claimed not to have spent a night in the prison, it became a very controversial issue and it became a topic that the government were very interested because there were so many names called and even law firms, implicated in that conversation Bobrisky had with a private citizen. In that conversation, Bobrisky claimed he was given a rented apartment by the Nigerian prison, and he had his maids, he had his phone, he had television, and every assistance he needed. By the way, Bobrisky is a cross dresser, a Nigerian cross dresser. So I'm even surprised. I'm sorry to have used he for him, though using he for him is also what he had identified with in the court. Because they asked him, are you a female or a male? He said he's a male. But Bobrisky, when you look at him, you look at him as a female. So I don't know if it's right for me to use they, them for Bobrisky, but his legal document, he claimed to be what? A man. So in that right, I think I'm still right saying he. So Bobrisky made that private conversation with a private person, and for some reason it got to Very Dark Man because the person he was owing money, he refused to pay. Bobrisky refused to pay the person he was owing, and the person now brought the voice note to Very Dark Man. So I'm trying to give a backstory for us to be able to get to somewhere. Now, what the guy, the private person Bobrisky had the conversation with, what he did with Bobrisky's conversation is illegal. Yes, it's illegal. If Bobrisky actually wanted, he would have sued the guy, but he went on to deny that the conversation was doctored, that it wasn't him. So when you lie that it wasn't him, you've lost the right to sue that person. Because Bobrisky could have gone to sue this guy for releasing his private conversation with him, and in the first place, before you record someone, you have to notify the person that the conversation is being recorded so that the person would know. You can't just be recording someone knowing that you're recording with the intention to use that against the person without any caution. So Bobrisky stand the chance of suing that person, but unfortunately for him, because he acts without thinking, that's how I look at Bobrisky. He has gone on, to the public eyes and denied that voice note and denied that it wasn't him. So he's losing the right to sue because if you claim that wasn't you, then you don't have to sue this guy anymore. That one apart, in that particular voice note, the Falaners were implicated, and the Falaners are the people, the chamber, the Falaner chamber has been in the forefront of what human rights advocates, defending the poor people and all of that, doing sometimes pro bono cases for those who couldn't afford legal fees. The man has earned himself some good reputation in Nigeria, and Bobrisky bringing all of those private conversation brought the Falaners into this messy situation to the point that the Falaners actually sued the Very Dark Man because he who alleges in law must prove. Very Dark Man is alleging that Bobrisky did all of this, so he has to prove. As a matter of fact, I want to believe the case is still in court because we haven't heard that they settled. Okay, that one apart. That case is still against the Very Dark Man. I'm trying to give you guys the connection between Very Dark Man and Bobrisky, and why I say they are arch enemies, okay? So that case is still in court with the Very Dark Man. Bobrisky's case, that the Nigerian House of Representatives invited Bobrisky to come and meet a committee that was set up to investigate the matter. Bobrisky did not show up. Bobrisky said he was ill. He did not show up. The Very Dark Man appeared at the House of Representatives to plead his case, but Bobrisky never showed up. So they were given another date to show up, which was October 10th, I think so. On that day, Bobrisky was supposed to show up, but Bobrisky tried to escape. You heard my word. He was captured at the border between Nigeria and Togo. That was where Bobrisky was captured by immigration officers at the border. He was whisked back to the heart of Lagos and then detained by Nigerian, I think it was Nigerian prison or immigration services, Nigerian immigration services, until he made the news again that he was sick, his blood pressure went up, and they had to rush him to the hospital. From rushing him to the hospital, we did not hear again whether he was discharged, whether he was still in custody, and all of that. The next thing we heard was Bobrisky was trying to escape to London. What is Bobrisky running away from? Are people not asking the question? Fine. So Bobrisky, being the loose talker that he is, boarded the flight to London. Because he has already gotten into the flight, he started taking pictures and tweeting. Yeah, who is having the last laugh now? You're still on ground. Your plane is still at the tarmac. You haven't actually airlifted, but you were already laughing at someone out there, taking pictures, selfies with people in the plane, and they were sharing on social media. The loose talker Bobrisky got himself again in trouble. How did he get in trouble the first time? Talking loosely on a full telephone conversation, whether he was bragging, whether he was trying to feel big that he knows big people in Nigeria, or whether truly he has godfathers. I don't know. But we've always known that Bobrisky is a very braggadocious human being. He tried to drop big names and to feel important. Now, he has been rearrested again, this time around by the EFCC. EFCC came, the moment they saw the tweets and they saw the picture he took with people on board the aircraft. And to be honest, a lot of Nigerians were blaming the Fashoye guy that posted the picture and everything. You should not blame the Fashoye, because when I heard that Bobrisky has escaped to London, I was waiting to come and make a live stream and call the Nigerian immigration out. Because I was now saying, oh, you mean you guys have two different sections? The people at the border on ground, you understand, they are more effective than the people at the airports. You get what I'm saying? Is it kind of, if that guy had gone to London, that would have been my conversation. What are they telling us? That the people at the border were more effective in doing their job than the people at the airport. Is it not the same immigration services? But I'm glad that somebody took action, because it wouldn't look good for the immigration reputation. So they got the message that Bobrisky was in that flight trying to, leave the country. And if you know already, EFCC, they have office at the airport. So they don't need to come from Ikoyi to make that arrest. It's a matter of telling people at the airport to get on into the flight and do what they have to do. So they went into the flight, tried to evacuate Bobrisky from the flight, and he kind of pulled some struggle. He resisted. So they had to evacuate him by force. And you know what that means? Because they've already boarded, they've already checked in his luggages. They had to delay the flight to go back to the luggage cubicle and bring out everything to trace Bobrisky's luggage, and brought everything out. So that particular Lufthansa flight going to London that day was delayed because of one man. I was privy to contribute in a live session done by Mom of Five, where I said people are not looking at Bobrisky as being Nigerian problem because they think Nigerian problem is because of what financial issues. No, Bobrisky is also a menace to the society because the rate of young people trying to be like him, look like him, behave like him, make money like him is outrageous, especially in a country like Nigeria that has 11 years imprisonment for anybody caught in this act. That Bobrisky is enjoying the fame, the publicity, the celebrity lifestyle. A lot of people are looking up to him. So people say, no, 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 no. I say all of these constitute problems to the society. Once again, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining me today on Matters Arising with Oyoyo's World. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Oyoyo, and that means beautiful, okay? So subscribe to the channel, follow me as well on Facebook, and contribute in this comment section, okay? Let me go to the comment section and read one or two. Priska said, many people don't know their right. I guess that's the case with Bob in that incident. Great. Bobrisky needs to learn from this. He doesn't know how to learn. It's impossible for Bobrisky to learn. Learning is like shutting him down, making him to keep quiet. And if you know what brought him to fame, he's talking blah, 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 blah all the time, loose talk, bragging, even when there is no need for such throwing of words and all of that. That's what he feels that keeps him her relevant. Okay. Priska said, how many times will we need to tell people that they should post or brag about their accomplishment only after success? See, this is going to teach a lot of people, some good lesson if they're willing to learn, but not the likes of Bobrisky. He's not learning anything. He's not. You're still, it's laughable, guys. You're still in Nigeria at the airport. The flight has not lifted, and you were already posting and bragging. Who is having the last laugh now? If you ask me, Very Darkman is very busy now that he hasn't really reacted to that Bobrisky statement. Because he's the one obviously having the last laugh. Bobrisky is now in detention again. And why was he detained? A lot of Nigerians became very mad. Why did he tweet? That thing he did has saved the reputation of Nigerian immigration services, to be honest with you, because I would have dragged them to their wigs. Honestly. But now that he's back to face the new charges against him, remember I said, he who allege, if you allege, you must do what? Prove. He who alleges must prove. You can't allege something and then vanish, go on exile without proving what you originated. He denied that not to be him, but he has to go to the full process of the law to be able to have that denial and says categorically, I don't know anything about this video. I don't know anything about this voice note. That is not me. I never had this conversation. It's now left for the prosecutor to do what? Forensic analysis of that conversation. They are going to do forensic analysis of the voice to determine if that is Bobrisky. You can't just stir the waters and flee. No. So now, EFC said that he was arrested based on the fact that he alleged that 15 million was paid to them to drop the money laundering charge. So he needs to prove that. And Bobrisky on his part claimed that he did not make the voice note. So let them go to the court and sort it out. The court should be busy. After all, the judges are on salary, right? So the court should be busy. And that's why the EFCC arrested him. Because people were like, if he was not at flight risk, why did they give him his passport? Why did they seize his passport? People don't understand that things don't work that way. They were not expecting him to run away, right? Or maybe he's also pulling some strings from the so-called, he calls them godfathers. Maybe the Bobrisky himself is pulling some strings. I don't know. But it's a good thing that he was brought back to face the charges. That has saved the reputation of Nigerian immigration services. People don't get it because they would have been dragged. And for those saying he would have kept quiet on getting to London, he would have tweeted and all of that. Eventually, where he functions better is in Nigeria, right? Where he gets all his endorsement, Nigeria, he will still come back. Even if he had, escaped, he will still come back and the charges will still be what? Resurrected because he ran. Now, for those blaming the Fayoshe guy for posting that, God used the Fayoshe guy to, to restore Nigerian immigration. Because you can't have immigration, they're supposed to have one statement, one job description, and the people at the border, semi-border, did what is supposed to, what they're supposed to do. Then the people at the airports did not. So nobody should blame Fayoshe. But Bobrisky should go face the charges against him. That is my own opinion. He should go face the charges against him. Now, back to Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man recently wore a police uniform this week, and then he was charged to court for what did he was he misleading, misrepresentation or something like that. I can't remember the exact charge that the police gave the Very Dark Man. Okay, so he was charged again to court based on displaying that he's an officer of the police, and he never called himself a police officer, but he wore a uniform resembling Nigerian police, and for that reason, he was charged to court. He was arrested and bailed, and then on doing that, during the arrest and bail, he was kept in the cell until the bail his bail was met before they discharged him from the police station and then charged him to court. In the course of that, he met some young Nigerians from the northern Nigeria, the Kanu, Kaduna, I don't know, Bauchi was there too. So he met a group of young Nigerians that were arrested when they did protest against the government. This administration, I must say, this Tinubu administration, they don't like protests. And it's ironically that Tinubu himself was the chief protest. He protested during Jonathan Goodluck's time, not once. He was advocating for protests, that people should march out in their numbers. But now that he's the president, he doesn't want protests. So do the math. What you dished out for another president, you don't want people to do the same thing. Protest is a civil right that you can actually get into to protest. Ask for your demand and see if the government can meet it. So far it's done accordingly, you don't have any problem. And these young folks, they were just marching with their placards, trying to, express their grievances against the government. But the people in Kanu, Kaduna, and I think Bauchi, they went overboard, displaying another country's flag in Nigeria. And I saw that video. I didn't want to talk because they voted this man, or that rather, all of them helped in getting him to be the president. So why are they complaining? That was my take. And that was why I never brought that conversation on my platform. During the election, I was asking the youth to vote for the conscience of the country, for their vote with their conscience to rescue Nigeria and vote the right person. At the time, the right candidate for that job was Peter Obi. But did people do the right thing? Even when it was very obvious that Peter Obi was supposed to be the winner of the election. They did everything they did, both those that say if it means snatching the ballot box, snatch the ballot box and run away. Those are the words of President Tinubu. And even those that were restricting others from coming to vote by carrying rituals on the streets of Lagos so that people will not come out in their numbers to vote. And those that were disenfranchised because they were beaten on their way to vote. All of those things happened. Kaduna, Kanu, and all of them, they voted for Mr. President, right? So when they were carrying another country's flag in protest, I was just like, you guys should see to this. But now they are charging these people to court, and they are charging them for what? Treason. They want to overthrow the government. These people, according to what they are saying, range from age 10, according to Very Dark Man, because Very Dark Man said he met these people in detention. He he was happy he met them in detention, and he interviewed them, made videos with them. You can check it out on social media, it's all over the place. He was asking them about their ages. They were saying they are 10, 13, and all of that. But the thing is, they brought these people, and everybody is now claiming they're supposed to be in school. I went to this to I did my college in the north. Half of these boys, they don't go to school. So I'm here to like speak the facts. They're supposed to be in school, blah, 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 blah. It's a good cause because they look like kids, they are kids. But half of these people are not enrolled in any school. The least most of them could be in Islamic school. So saying that they don't even know their rights, da 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 da. See, for the fact that you're a young person does not mean if you commit an offense, you will not be prosecuted. They are getting it all wrong. For the fact that you're a young person, if you commit offense, you face the law. The law will not exonerate you based on the fact that you're a young person. So it's the responsibility of the government, of the parents, the teachers to educate their what? Their children, their ward, and their citizen. So if you don't educate your child at home to be law abiding and they commit offense, get ready when they take them to court. But in the case of all these boys, if they want to be honest, including the Very Dark Man, Deji, that is now speaking on their behalf, including even the government themselves, they know these people are not in school. Now, I learned they've been detained for 90 days. If you look at those children, obviously you will know they haven't had good meal. And again, I saw what their state government said about them. Are you trying to tell me that his judicial system in his state were not aware when these people were arrested? It's not true. To make arrests in the state, it has to be the state police and all of that will do all the arrests. They would have charged them to court and then said, okay, this matter, because it's of this magnitude, should be transferred to Abuja. So that means the Ministry of Justice of these states in question were in the know. So for the government to come and say they're supposed to be in school, for the governor to come and say they're supposed to be, when the arrest started in your state, what did you do for these children? You call them children. What did you do? Nobody spoke up until Very Dark Man brought it up. Now he's making the news. Everybody is becoming all sent, speaking for the children. For the fact that you're a young person and you commit an offense, you should be tried. That's on period. That your age has no exoneration of any offense. What the law will now look at, how to try you. Are they trying you as a juvenile or they are trying you as an adult? It depends on the magnitude of the offense. Most people watch all these dramas and American dramas, Law and Order, Criminal Minds, and all of those, legal dramas on TV. You will see all of these things. You will at least educate yourself a little. Now, the one that made me laugh so loud was the council representing the federal government. I want to believe after that yesterday, they will relieve that guy and the chambers from that responsibility because he did not do a good job. If I were the attorney general right now, that lawyer should not represent them in the next hearing. And that's on period. This lawyer representing the federal government came to say that the young children are married, are adults, they are university educated and university graduates. He made a lot of claims about these young people. Instead of him to base his story of fact back to law, he was just talking as if he was doing social media experiment or entertainment. I want to applaud the police PR officer who came with a little education to like educate the citizens. To be honest with you, if I see that guy still representing the federal government on the next chart, that means the guy or the chamber is highly connected to the government. He did a very poor job. And the juniors with him from the chambers, we are laughing at the principal. When he said they are married people, they are university graduate, if you see the way they open their mouth in shock. When this man said their guy was saying that the children were university graduates, the juniors from his chambers were laughing at him at the back. I'm not disputing the fact that these people could be married because in the northern Nigeria, they marry pretty early. Some of them could be married, maybe those that like 16 or 18 or thereabout, they could have wives. But the thing is that lawyer defending, representing Nigerian government should be what? Relieved of his responsibility. They should find another attorney. He could have used the opportunity to educate the masses. When you see camera in front of you, channel TV trying to interview you, you say, well, they might be kids or they might be young people. But the thing is that did they commit an offense that they were charged for? Are there evidence showing that these people were captured carrying another country's flag, speaking, saying, demanding that the government should be what? Overthrown? Those are the things you should be talking about as an attorney. But you were busy talking about them being married, having children, that they are not young people, when the obvious is clear that these people are young people. It's like me coming, let me play a drama here. It's like when I come now, I have an offense against me. I will come and tell you that I am 13 years old. Wouldn't you laugh? You will laugh at me for claiming to be 13 when I'm a full-grown woman. Just the same way the man was saying that those people are already adults. It was very laughable and very shameful and disgracing to the federal government because it was written counsel representing the federal government of Nigeria. They should relieve him of his responsibility and find another lawyer who knows the basis of which these people were charged, based on the fact there is evidence to prove that they did what brought them to court. Now, the thing they should be talking about, how were they detained? Were they sent to juvenile detention or were they sent to the same detention with adults? That's what they should be looking at. And what does the law say on the charges of treason or those kind of offenses? Does it say whether you're a child or an adult, if you commit this offense and there is evidence against you showing that such offense were committed, you'll be tried as an adult? Those are the things they should be doing the education right now for Nigeria. I haven't picked up the section covering treason in Nigeria to look at it. If I want to do that, maybe I'll do that on a short video. Let me also bring another example so that we can understand clearly. If a young person in America commits an offense, maybe the person intentionally, you understand, maybe somebody made him upset him, so he started planning on how to retaliate and then plan and plan and plan, and maybe went and took his father's ush, and then plan and stalked that person and then took the person out, you understand, and the young person was eventually caught. They will not be charging him or her as a young person because he had the time to plan his action. There is an intention to commit. And he finally did. So these are the things I expected that lawyer to talk about, but he embarrassed the federal government with a case that is already very embarrassing. Everybody is now talking about our children are hungry, blah, 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 blah. I hope you give the same energy to what is happening to the Southeast. I hope you give the same energy. Anyway, let me continue. So matters arising that I've been talking about today is going to continue every Saturday, but not as late as this time. It's going to be earlier than this time. So now I'm moving on to the Miss Universe contestant, which happens to be Chidinma, is representing Nigeria in the Miss Universe pageant. And the South Africans are asking that she be disqualified because she's having a South African identity, and things like that. I don't know where Chidinma was born. I don't know if he was born in South Africa. That I'm going to do a little research on. But I know his parents live in South Africa. And the mother was said to have used somebody's identity in South Africa, so they have a case against the mother. But I'm gonna place scenarios here so that we can lay some foundation in case if I'm coming up with a video on that. Okay. So let's assume Chidinma was born in South Africa. The question you should be asking: do they give citizenship if you were born in South Africa? From foreigners, do they give foreigners citizenship if you are born there? Like America, if you come and have your child here, if you live here and you have your child automatically becomes an American. And those were one of the policies that President Trump, when he was president, former President Trump, wanted to abolish, but he couldn't fly. But maybe if he becomes a president again, he will make sure that if you like, come here and have a child, they will not give you citizenship. Yeah, it might be on the table. So America grants citizenship at birth. Not all countries do the same. So you need to find out whether that is what is obtainable in South Africa and all of that. Like I said, I'm going to do a little digging. So this is just warming up the story for another one. So Chidinma, let's assume she was born there and South Africa, they don't give grant citizenship upon birth. It will be a different story. Or let's assume she came with her parents to South Africa and because based on the mother's issue, based on the mother having South African identity, they granted him. I don't know the details about how Chidinma was born and why South Africans are seriously gunning on how they are going to disqualify this lady. Hey, that mom of five, thank you for coming today. How are you doing? So I don't know the story very well, but I'm trying to lay ground foundation for this story because if it's still developing, I'm going to talk about it, okay? I'm still going to talk about it if it's developing. So if they don't grant citizenship at birth, and if Chidinma was born there, that means they wouldn't have given her citizenship. I don't know the condition for South Africa. But let's assume they grant citizenship upon birth, and the parents came and gave birth to her in South Africa, and she becomes a citizen. And now they are now arguing because the mother lied based on the fact they should disqualify this child. That is a no-no for me. It is a no-no. The mother must have done something. In America, we have a lot of children that their parents came here. They don't even have documentation. They have their children are now citizens, but their parents are not. And you can't strip off those children of their citizenship. You can't. So, like I said, I need to find out what is good because I don't know the beef South Africans have against this young woman. You disqualified him from contesting from your country. His parents' home, her parents' home welcomed her. She became the face representing Nigeria. The thing is, people don't know the impact of social media or the impact of what they say about people, what it does to them. These people are digging and dragging this lady to depression. I don't know if it's until they buy her completely that they will rest this case. I need to understand if there are legal reasoning why they are doing what they are doing right now. Was it because the mother forged her document and she got her own document on the pretense that the mother was a citizen of South Africa? I don't know. I don't even know if she was born in South Africa. These things I need to confirm. Because if I confirm them, I'm going to come back with another video concerning that. Um, Momo 5 has done a lot of series on that Chidema's case, and I wasn't able to meet her up live. What in her last one, I would have got more stories about it. But like I said, I'm going to do a little more research on how to become a citizen of South Africa, whether it's by birth, whether it's natural, if they do naturalization, which is what Americans do, naturalization by birth, and um, people coming through business or things like that. So, guys, matters are rising. Like I said, we'll be coming up every Saturday. So, watch out for the stories making headway in Nigeria and other African countries. If I have the energy, we'll be covering all of that every Saturday on this channel. So, and I also be putting them on playlists so you can have time to go back and watch Matters Are Rising with Oyoyo. What is Oyoyo talking about, and all of that. Now, and we talked about Very Dark Man. We talked about Bobrisky. And to be honest with you, a lot of people were saying Bobrisky shouldn't have announced he was leaving. I am glad Bobrisky did, because he kind of saved the Nigerian immigration. If they did not arrest Bobrisky at the airport, I would have come here to drag them by their wigs, if they have any. Because you can't tell me you have one system that's supposed to work effectively across board, whether you're on land doing the land border or you're at the airport doing because airport is what? Is a border. People don't get it. Airport is also a border. Whether you're doing the border job on land, then with all the boundaries of Nigeria, or at the airport, if they had not arrested Bobrisky, I would have come here and come after Nigerian immigration. But I'm glad he tweeted. I'm glad Fayose did posting. That is what has saved the reputation of Nigerian immigration. And again, for those doing the announcement before success comes, this is a lesson for all of us. If you're entering plane to travel to somewhere, hey guys, I am now on board. I'm going to England. Why you haven't even, they've not lifted you. You're already doing, hey guys. So let this serve as a lesson to all of us. Okay. And then for the Very Dark Man, I must applaud him for what he's doing. Nobody's talking about the dark side of him anymore, or his private channel. He has repented. He's no longer doing that adult entertainment. So let's give him credit for what he's doing. He's doing an amazing job. And to be honest with you, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, they are talking about him in the Nigerian National Assembly. Yes, I was there. I got a lot of people. I asked them questions and they were answering. Yes, we know him. They were listening to his YouTube videos in the federal house. When I went to the immigration, they were watching his videos. So this guy doesn't need any further introduction anymore. He's doing a great job. And Deji got a good client. Because one thing to come out of law school, another thing is to start looking for clients. But right now, Deji is not looking for clients anymore because he's everly going to be busy with Very Dark Man. Does the Very Dark Man look for trouble? No, they bring all of those cases to him free of charge. He's not sourcing for story. He's not. I said I'm going to do research about the Miss Nigeria representing Nigeria Miss Universe. Very Dark Man doesn't source for stories. People bring the stories to him. All he needs to do is, today, that's all he needs to do. Come with his bare chest or whatever, however he dresses, to come and talk about it. Because he has built that platform. He's advocating for change. Do they need change in Nigeria? Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. I went to Nigeria. I just came back. And to be honest with you, they need change. So Very Dark Man is doing the Lord's work, which citizens are actually not supposed to be doing the way he's doing it. He's doing the work meant for what? The police, meant for the enforcement agencies in Nigeria. But you don't trust that they're going to do a good job. And there are questions that came up on social media between the House of Representative person and these young Nigerians that were charged to court. The House of Representatives was granted bail of 500,000 naira. And then these young folks were granted bail of 10 million. People were screaming on social media, making a fuss about it. Let me try to explain it here. The charges is what, warrant the kind of, bail condition they are going to give you. What those young folks were charged is a huge, huge offense. What the House of Representative guy was charged was assault. So there are two different charges. People should stop comparing them. It's not because he's rich or he's a politician and these people are poor. It has nothing to do with it. It's the charges. So when people come and scream, hey, imagine what they're charging the poor and what. No, 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 no. It has nothing to do with their status in life. It's purely the charges before them. Have you asked yourself, why is Nnamdi Okalo still in prison? They have refused to bail Nnamdi because of the charge against him. That is the same charge they are bringing on these young folks you're talking about. The same charge. And how long has Nnamdi Okalo been in Nigerian prison? I can't even remember how many years. They have discharged him severally by Nigerian court and they refuse to release him. What is their fear? So people should stop comparing those things. It's not orange to apple kind of comparison. No. The charges is what puts weight on the bail condition. I hope people understood what I'm saying. When the gods are against anyone, he or she acts without knowing the repercussion. This is the example of this. He, she who is displaying such as this, watch out for more trouble that might befall that. Exactly. The case, I don't know which, I'm talking about a lot of things though. I don't know which one you're particularly referencing to, but I want to believe you're referencing the Bobrisky's case. Mommy of Five said the bail was a shocker. No, I wasn't surprised about the bail condition. I wasn't at all, because it's the charge that brought you to court that determines your bail condition. If it was just a maid that somebody called you stupid and you came to court, they might just tell you to bring stupid. Okay, fine. Your bail appear in court. If it's the child that you're trying to overthrow a government, oh boy, that one is not beans. It's not moi. It's a big deal. And that's why they put those things, so that because they know none of those children, why am I calling them? Yeah, none of those people can meet those bail conditions. And the state governments are beginning to write as if they are not in tune with their Ministry of Justice. At the state level, when these people were transferred to Abuja, go back to your commissioner and find out what is going on, or a general of your state. They can't just come evacuate people from your state straight to Abuja without the police in your state arresting them, charging them to a magistrate court before the matter will be referred to another court. So all of these people saying they're supposed to be in school, if truly that state government is going to be honest with himself, these boys are not in school. If you like, take a drive to Kano or even northern states. These children are not in school. They don't even want to be enrolled in it. They call it Western education. They don't want it. The least you might find them will be Islamic education. So let them define which one they want them. Is an Islamic education teaching them that carrying another flag is what? Is a treasonable offense? I don't know. But that's the training you can get in Western education. So they are using that they're supposed to be in school and they are detained for 90 days. Okay, let's say there are 50 of them. I don't know the number, maybe 67 of them. How about the thousands roaming your street right now? What are you doing for those people? What are they doing for these people? I traveled to Nigeria, I went to 4 states in the course of this travel. 4 states, including Abuja, making it 5. When you get to the streets of Nigeria, you see young folks all over the place. What are their governors doing? Very Darkman brought it down. International organization might be interested in this kind of conversation. That's why they're all speaking. Before they got to be moved to Abuja, what did the governors of these states that they took those children from, what did their governors do? What did their governors do? Are their governors not able to represent their citizens? They are saying they are malnourished, they are this, they are that. These are kids that carry plates, going house to house looking for food in northern Nigeria. So when they saw opportunity, people marching on the street, they just joined them. Let this be the beginning of a change to me. They cannot pretend that they don't have thousands of these people still roaming the streets of this state that these children came out from. Let it be the beginning of a change to come. They're supposed to be in school. I read the statement by the governor, I laughed. If you take a drive right now to his state, more than thousands on the streets, are they not supposed to be in school? Find a better thing. Help your people. Start advocating for change. Be that change. That's why you're on seat as the governor of a state. Oh, oh, okay. Henri is saying the case of he, she, I don't know what to call he, she a thing. Such a thing is not welcome here, for crying out loud. Let's be realistic. On what morality is it going to be judged? More problems will still come. Okay, now you're talking about the case of Bobrisky. Yeah, I was privy to be on Mommy of Five live stream when she talked about Bobrisky, and I told them, as far as I'm concerned, he's a menace to the society. That's my opinion. And the reason why I'm saying that Bobrisky is a menace to the society is because there is a law in Nigeria prohibiting um, gay LGBTQ people. If they are caught, they are going to be prosecuted, and 11 years of imprisonment is what the law says in Nigeria. So Bobrisky flaunting that lifestyle is misleading to young folks, thinking that it's all right, you can come and do. What if they catch those young folks because they saw Bobrisky doing? Bobrisky claimed to have godfathers. The other people, they don't have godfathers. But Nigeria has a serious law in place against that lifestyle. Unlike Western world, where you are allowed to be who you want to be, do however you want to be. So it's not the same story. And why am I saying he's a menace to the society? Is that this guy is shoving these things, the truth of young people, they think it's easy. It's not easy. They think it's a way to go. It's not a way to go, especially in Nigeria. You can do those and live normally when you're not in Nigeria. I remember when they arrested some young people in our Asaba Delta state. How did it go for them? We didn't even hear about their cases anymore. Maybe they are languishing in one detention. We don't know. They arrested them for throwing a party for them. You guys understand what I'm saying? Party for them. They were throwing their own party. They raided them and arrested them. Bobrisky just made a post and it ended there. Did anybody follow up to bring these people lawyers to defend them? I don't think so. Bobrisky is not even what? An agent of change to support his group. No, he just made a post and it ended there. Anyways, welcome Treasure G's. Thank you for joining me today. I really, really appreciate your time. Mommy of Five said, I now agree with you. I just saw a post from the blog about the Nigerian school kids asking if he could be a girl. Hey, God, oh. Ah, ah, ah. People should be careful. Educate your child at home. Teach your child. Teach your child. Happy weekend. Yes, so sister, I'm trying to bring this is winter coming, so I'm coming back to my Saturday lives. However, it's not going to be this late because I don't like doing this when people in my household are fully awake. I will be doing it earlier than this time. Nigeria government is confused government. Everything is upside down. You can say that again. I think this is the best definition of them. Everything is upside down. When they arrested these people, the question people, the public should be asking, where were they detained? Very Dark Man said they were detained in the same detention where he was, which is outrightly wrong. And that's where the human rights activists can come in. They should take them to a separate one. But before the human rights activists will come in, go back to the section of the law that talks about treason, the charge these people were brought to court about. What does it say? Is it there stipulated that whether you're a young person or adult, so far you commit this, you'll be tried like an adult? If that's the case, then Very Dark Man will not have any case. There is no sentiment with law. There is no emotion. The laws are well spelled out. It's for you to read, understand, and follow. But like I said in the course of this live stream, I've not reviewed that section of the law. If I do, I'll have more things to say. But what I'm saying in effort is Very Dark Man is doing the most. I applaud him for what he's doing. And for Bobrisky, I am happy he was brought back to face the charges, okay? Very Dark Man's case with the Falanans is still in court, and Bobrisky is trying to escape. What is Bobrisky running for? Have we asked that question? If he said that conversation was never from him, what exactly is he running away from? What? We need to know, right? He needs to go to court. If he says he's not guilty, it's not his conversation, go to court and finish the case you started. And then you'll be released. But until then, we are waiting. Only saying the law is only for the poor masses. Godfather supporting atrocities. If men were God, one day God will deal with this country. The law is not meant for only for the poor masses. If not that, he doesn't. So is not supposed. Definitely, is you can say that you have. I like your opinion. You can express that because why was Bobrisky released? Nobody knew. They told him to be quiet. Maybe they advised him find a way to leave again, and then he found his way. He bought his ticket. He got to the airport without making noise on social media about it, unlike Bobrisky. And he also brought himself out by tweeting against Very Dark Man. He who is laughing, having the last laugh. This guy can. Social media is what feeds him, is what gives him energy. So he can't do without social media. Okay. And the thing is, anybody can say, yeah, the poor get easily prosecuted, but the rich people get away with it. You can say that again, but at least let them do what? Even initiate arrest. I like the fact that House of Representative guy was arrested, whether he was given executive arrest or whatever, I don't know. He was arrested and charged to court. I love seeing those things. It shows at least somebody is listening. People are being careful because social media is helping the government to run things the way it's stated by the law. Treasure said, I just kept wondering if this Very Dark Man wasn't arrested, nobody would have known about the kids. No, they would still know. Channels TV would have still carried it, you understand, but not the way it was taken to social media. They would have still carried it. They would be, covering the news that these people arrested for end bad government movement. We are arraigned in court today, and they were the bail condition for them was 10 million and they were taken back to detention. That's how we are going to hear about it. We don't know anything further. Very dark. I wouldn't call Very Dark Man a messiah. No, I wouldn't. Sincerely, nobody is any messiah because there is so much he can do. Okay, but he is doing what ordinarily the enforcement agencies in Nigeria should be doing. Okay, and sometimes he goes overboard. He does things the way I would like. Slow down, on my own. He goes overboard. The way he made a video about that Bobrisky's voice notes. If he was properly advised by his lawyer, he wouldn't have done it the way he did. Okay, so he goes overboard. I don't sanction everything he does, but he's sure doing a lot of good than the negative. So I will applaud him for that. So, guys, I've been talking for over an hour. Please, 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 if you like it here at Oyoyo's World, watch out for my Saturday lives. We'll be doing Matters Arising. We'll be doing weekly roundup. Maybe my weekly roundup will be coming on a Sunday. I'm still thinking about it, but I'll be bringing Nigeria conversation, Nigeria news, and what is happening in the society back to my channel. Okay, so watch out. Tell your friend, tell someone to tell your friend to tell another. Okay, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook if you're yet to follow. And if you like what I do here, support me by joining my membership. I want to thank all of you that joined me today for joining me. Please check out for next weekend. It's going to be amazing session with Oyoyo. Matters are rising. Guys, I have to get going because it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining and we got to run. And I have other activities as well to get going. It's a Saturday. You guys know it's a busy day for every one of us. And if you haven't liked this live stream in the course of watching what we said here, please like the live stream. Share your opinion in the comment section with me. Let me know what you think. And also click the notification bell so you get my videos whenever I go live. Having said that, thank you guys immensely once again for joining me today. And Treasure said, how will channel carry it when the children have been there for 96 days without making news? I believe when they were arrested, they made the news. This is not the first time they are making the news, but they've been detained and now they are looking like Washoko kids in Nigeria land filled with plenty, but there's so much hunger right now. They would have carried it again. They would have carried it, okay? They would have carried it. That's one thing I know. They would have carried because they are going to court. They will carry it. When they made the arrest, they carried it. They showed it when they made the arrest. That's why I'm saying when they made the arrest and all of that, the governor of this state, all those governors, they did not know they were children within school age. They're supposed to be in school. That was why when I saw what they put out there from the office of their governors, I was like, you guys should just stop joking. In the north, they call most of these children almajiris. They are just at the streets roaming. Right now that I'm talking, if you take a drive, you see them in the streets. Not this particular set that are in detention. Thousands of people. So, is the governor not caring for their citizens? That's the big question. Not just this few. Let this few be the thing that will bring the spotlight to the streets of Nigeria and then see how young folks are roaming the streets. All right. Subscribing to be a member must be only payment with MasterCard. I want to join. Just came today and kudos. Thank you so much. Paulinius, thank you for joining me today. Yeah, they accept Visa card, but if you're watching from Nigeria, I don't know which one they accept. They do Visa, they do MasterCard as well. I don't know which one, which country you're watching me from. So, guys, keep a date with me. Please, please, please keep a date with me. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I do, support what I do here, and become a member. There are, yeah, Unique said it right. Oh no, to be a member, you have to choose a package and pay with ordinary subscription. We pay, but ordinary subscription is free. Yeah. To subscribe to the channel is free. It doesn't cost money. Thank you so much, Treasure Gist, for bringing that up. It doesn't cost money to subscribe. It's until you want to join the membership, my membership. You see join button. Is when you click on join button, that's when it's going to ask you for fee. But subscription is free for everyone. You don't pay anything to subscribe to any channel on YouTube. So, thank you immensely, guys. It's 1 hour and 9 minutes. I never knew I was going to spend 1 hour. I did a live stream yesterday, was for 35 minutes. I'm trying to, keep those things short so that people that will come to rewatch will also rewatch and not be very bored in rewatching it when it's overly too long. I'm interested to join, but most of my cards are Viva cards. Watching from Nigeria, I want to be a member. All right, take your time and figure it out how it's done from Nigeria. I don't know if it's MasterCard. I don't know, okay? But you definitely find out what. If I had my Nigerian phone here, I would have tried to help you know which one is going to ask. But I don't have it around me here, and I had it yesterday. but it's not here. I will find out if I see you again on my next live stream, I'll be able to explain how that works. Okay, but take your time to figure it out. Subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and catch me again next Saturday for Matters Arising. So now, in summary about everything I've talked about today, I talked about Very Dark Man, and I'm throwing more light on those young folks. I call them young Nigerians. I'm not calling them kids. I'm sorry. Young Nigerians that were arrested and charged to court. And I talked about Bobrisky trying to invade court processes, right? By trying to escape the second time. He did the first one, he was caught. And I applaud the people at the border, semi-border, for being diligent in their job, for being effective. And then he tried to go to fly. All of those people at the airport, they allowed him. Okay, that was flying international. I flew from Abuja. Let me tell you the process. You pass immigration. After immigration, you pass EFCC. You pass custom before you now get to the plane. For Abuja own, I think there is one they called is the Navy, whatever, those that we are checking. I just don't know. It was more than 4, I think 5 checkpoints. And all of these people are going to look at your passport. Bobrisky passed all of them, entered plane, including EFCC. Including EFCC. The only reason they initiated the arrest was because he hit social media. So, is that telling you there is seriously a godfather Bobrisky has been talking about? I don't know. But he passed all these security agencies, entered the plane, including the EFCC that arrested him. I met some EFCC people on my way. They were still asking, all of them will ask you for money. Ah, sister, I know country hard now. I better help us with something. Nicely though. But he passed all of them. I am happy he hit. Bobrisky also brought himself onto social media this time around and Fayoshe for posting that video to have made that initiated the arrest. Because if not, my likes would have come here. Nigerian immigration system would have been what? Would have been my title. Because you have to have one job description for the borders. Nobody should evade anything if you have a case. So those are semi-border. I applaud them for doing the right thing. Jojo, we are leaving. Honestly, I just clicked but displayed only payment with MasterCard. Okay. Maybe that's what is working for Nigeria. I don't know. Okay, please do. I have subscribed already. Thank you. So lively. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the time spent here on this live stream. Paulinus, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Host, are they not kids? I don't call them kids. I call them young Nigerians. Because if they are kids, their parents should know where they are. So if they threw them to the street to go roam the streets, I won't use that word. I'll use young Nigerians. Joe, we are rounding up. Bar host, sorry for taking you back. I heard Bobrisky has been cleared by EFCC. So why the arrest? How did they clear him? What EFCC said that they arrested him because he claimed that he paid them 15 million naira to drop the charges against him. And they haven't cleared that one. That's their statement as of yesterday. So they haven't cleared that one. They are still going to take him back to court. He was cleared when they dropped the money laundering charges, which is EFCC's jurisdiction. He went to court for abuse of naira, and when he came back, he now made those videos when he was made the phone call when he was in jail, saying that he wasn't in jail. He's in one apartment somewhere there at Apapa, and all those things he said, and then implicated EFCC for collecting 15 million. Based on that, EFCC will now prepare a charge. They'll prepare a charge against Bobrisky to take him to court to come and answer a new charge. So that's what it's going to be. Is Bobrisky um, grounded from traveling out. At this point, they are going to take his passport because now they realize the society, that social media, let me put it that way, social media is watching. So they are going to take his passport right now so that he doesn't try to escape again. Unless if his godfather is the godfathering. You understand what I'm saying? Joe said, she needs to learn the hard way. That's he should go and learn the hard way with the very dark man. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for 1 hour non-stop, and my fireplace is hitting me up here because I'm also wearing a very heavy sweater. So thank you immensely. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Oyoyo, and here we talk about this matters arising also from the legal point of view. As an officer of the court, I will be able to like explain one or two, and that's why I'm trying to make all those the differences between the charges for people to understand, and also referring back to go to what the law says concerning those issues so that they won't come on social media and be making so much noise. And also try to bring this also to the attention of the public. Before these people were moved to Abuja, what did their state governors do? They are now coming to say their children, they're supposed to be at school. State governors, I have a question for you guys. If we go to your states now and roam one, two streets, are we going to see almajiris on the street? Are we going to see all those young boys carrying plates, begging for money, begging for food from your state? If we are going to see that, then stop coming on social media to get emotional sympathy. It's not gonna work. Do the right thing, cater for your citizen, provide them with education, be there to speak for them and stand for them and protect them and provide them with means of survival. Education is key. For those that do not want to go to school, equip them with skills. Don't come on social media writing stories, okay? Um, Host, please read Joe. He didn't give me my a giveaway package. Oh, despite I participated, he didn't even choose me. Please tell him, and he will enter into one trouser with me. Joe, you have heard. Oh, hey, you're going to be in one big trouble with my treasure. Don't worry, treasure. We'll take this battle out of social media. Two of us, three of us should do a conference call to settle this. Anyway, guys, thank you guys immensely for joining me this beautiful day. I've said thank you numerous times. I will still say that again. I know me. Thank you guys. Please check out with me on Saturday. The winter is upon us, so we are going to start our weekly roundup. Matters are rising. Chat with Oyoyo is coming back. We are going to bring back our Nigerian conversation, okay? And other things that I'm trying to develop here in this channel. We'll be talking about women, we'll be talking about divorces and separation, we'll be talking about things women should know and how to, recognize red flags when they see them. Thank you. Okay, Bob should not buy himself because this matter done too much for him. The matter is not too much for him. He's enjoying it because he's getting paid for being popular on social media. Okay, so far it's money. These people don't care. Auntie Treasure, don't worry, ma. I will bring private jet for you. All right, guys, bye, please. Before I spend another 10 minutes here, thank you all for joining today. See you guys next Saturday. Meanwhile, I'll be going live tomorrow. So join me tomorrow. I don't know the time because I have to be in church, but join me tomorrow for another live stream tomorrow, okay? Thank you, everyone. Bye. Mommy of Five, thank you for being here. Treasure, thank you. All of you, Joe. Paulinus, thank you for joining today, and all of you that joined and contributed in the comment section. Thank you guys for contributing immensely. That work keeps live stream very interesting than one person talking. Priska, Entertainment Daily, all of you, Rose, Chichi, Temi, thank you guys for joining me today. Catch me again tomorrow for another Nigerian conversation. Until I see you guys in my next one, please take good care of yourself and stay warm because the weather is getting cold. Bye, everyone.